both fighters 31 years of age. Boston Salmon is 2 inches taller. He weighed in at the featherweight limit. Do Gyeom Lee, as Ian mentioned, didn't quite make it. Identical reach for these featherweights. Here's what's at stake. A PFL contract. 4 fights, 4 winners, all eligible for the contract. The PFL narrows down to 2 finalists. Celebrities weigh in, do the fans weigh in, and we give out a contract. That winner appears in the 2022 PFL season. Larry Folsom will oversee the action inside the cage for this second bout of the evening. Do Gyeom Lee in the dark trunks, Boston Salmon in the gray.
You ready? Ready.
Both strikers promised us fireworks, Kenny Florian.
I think we're going to see just that. Just the way that these guys match up against each other, their striking styles, their aggression. This should be fun.
Salmon in the southpaw stance here. Kai Kamaka in his corner, another great fighter out of the state of Hawaii.
Both fighters very fast, very technical. Lee likes to use that left hook a lot. You got to watch out for that. And,
oh, right there, right there.
Accidental low blow. This happens occasionally in the open stance. Southpaw versus orthodox, and those inside leg kicks can sometimes sneak north of where they're aimed.
Yeah, here's that left kick, kind of slid up a little too high. Yep, caught him right on the groin. It's going to take a little break after that one. But Do Gyeom Lee will switch his stances a lot. And you got to watch out for that left hook. But smart choice to take your time, making sure you're 100% before you continue here.
Randy Couture, a situation like this where you've got a stoppage and then a restart. How do you focus back in if you're both fighters?
Well, you're still zoned in. Obviously, the groin shot, they suck. Let's be honest, they suck. And they take a minute, so he's smart to take his time. He's got 5 minutes to recover here. Let him, let things settle, get back and refocus, and then get back into re-engaging in this match.
Do Gyeom Lee visibly still in a little bit of pain. He will take his time. Larry Folsom making sure everything's good.
Yeah, and he has up to 5 minutes to see if he's better. And there are those shots again. And you're right, Sean, it does definitely happen more often when you have opposite stances. He's trying to attack the inside of that leg, but if you miscalculate, you can go a little high.
You ready? Wait right there for me. Try to be careful.
All right, Do Gyeom Lee.
Keep it clean. Ready?
Ready to go one more time. A restart here with only 30 seconds gone in the first round. Big left hand there from Boston Salmon, who walked him down first.
And for anyone who wants to learn how to throw a beautiful 1-2 combination, Boston Salmon might be the guy to watch. He's got a beautiful 1-2. His jab cross is something to watch here in this fight.
A little bit more measured approach here from these two featherweights. We saw the action early in our last bout. And remember, you're not just competing against the guy across from you for the contract, you're competing against every fighter on the card tonight. Oh, nice left hand. The hook there from Do Gyeom Lee, and he tried to follow it up with a knee. Vitor Belfort, we're a minute and a half into this fight. What are you seeing?
They have to use more feinting, and they, especially Salmon with being lefty, using his cross, left cross, he is using the lefty, changing levels, and they have good striking, good hands, but they're waiting, they're putting combination without feinting. And this weight division, you have to use your feinting. You have to be disguised with your combination. As you can see right now, Dong Lee is using more feinting, changing levels.
advice there from the former light heavyweight champion in the UFC. Man, Do Gyeom Lee just flicking those kicks up. They're fast.
He is so fast with that. His kicks are lightning quick. He switches his stance, which makes things even more confusing for you if you're the opposing fighter. And that left hook, again, is something you got to watch for if you're Boston Salmon. And that right hand of Salmon gets a little bit low, so that's especially why he has to be very careful with that left hook from Do Gyeom Lee. Oh, nice left hand there by Salmon.
They promised a striking battle. That's what we're getting so far. Both of these guys with several knockouts on their record. Both of them have been knocked out.
Now Lee starting to feint a little bit more. I think he heard Mr. Belfort here. Oh, big shot there by Salmon.
Both these guys are being very, very patient, trying to find their shot, set it up as best they can. The opposing stances is always difficult. That's why that straight left hand from Boston is working and landing. That is a pivotal shot against a right-hander. My partner next door used to use that left hand a lot. I ate a couple of those.
1 minute left here in round number one. Back and forth they go. Boston Salmon, Do Gyeom Lee, who blitzes forward. Nothing landing solid there, but the combinations being strung together, and they're swinging away in the middle of this cage, Kenny.
Yeah, they sure are. Lee seems to be the faster man. Salmon seems to be the more powerful puncher. But either way, we have a fantastic fight because of it. Nice right high kick that kind of bounced off the forearm of Salmon. Lee caught himself off balance, though.
Wheel kick to follow it up. Wow, there we go. Do Gyeom Lee.
That was a great blitzing attack there, Sean.
Incredible mix to kick into the middle of it. Great display of striking skill from Do Gyeom Lee. Ooh, solid right hand on the entrance there.
Yeah, Salmon's got to find a way to slip his head off that center line. He's getting caught with that right hand now, and Lee knows it.
There's your 10-second clapper signifying 10 seconds left in round number one. Do Gyeom Lee with a body kick to punctuate the first round. Very, very interesting there. That last minute or so, it felt like Do Gyeom Lee maybe figured something out.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm not a judge here for this fight. Both men trading shots. You see the kicks there from Do Gyeom Lee going upstairs, going downstairs, mixing things up very nicely. There's a beautiful right hook. That sends Lee off balance there. Beautiful job there by Salmon. And here's that blitzing attack from Do Gyeom Lee. Kind of near the end of that round. It was set up by a kick. A lot of different tools from both these men. Slight little
Looks
cut
like
there.
a tiny little cut there at the corner of Do Gyeom Lee's eye. Something that size, nothing to worry about. We'll see if Boston Salmon zeroes in on it and tries to attack that eye more.
Ready. Ready. Go.
South Korea versus USA. Boston Salmon, the southpaw in the gray trunks. Do Gyeom Lee in the black. Mixing up the looks there is Do Gyeom Lee, switching the stances. Lightning fast kicks from Do Gyeom Lee. I'm not going to get used to that, Kenny.
Yeah, he really is very fast, and he mixes it up, goes upstairs, attacks the inside of the leg, outside of the leg, goes to the body.
Lee looking pretty relaxed here after some high striking output in round number one.
Yeah, and Salmon's starting to get his kicking game going as well, and that's a good idea against someone who is throwing a lot of kicks. You want to back them up and land some kicks of your own.
Ian Parker, you bet this one straight. How you feeling about things so far?
Well, the last time you asked me that, I was happy until I wasn't. This one is a little bit different. I think Boston Salmon's doing a good job. I love that left inside kick. I hope he follows it up with a left cross. I think he edged that first round. He landed more power shots. I'm still riding with Boston Salmon here. I like what he's doing.
Just as you say it, he rips one to the body to follow up an overhand left that landed.
Oh, beautiful combination.
What did he say, Ken? He said there's nothing more beautiful than a walk-off body shot KO. He's hunting that here in round number 2, but a push kick from Do Gyeom Lee sends him backward.
Yeah, but just looking at Lee's face, he's not going to go away. He's still staying composed, very stoic here as he presses forward and tries to land some shots of his own. What a fight. I told you, Sean.
Spinning attack stifled by Boston Salmon with the forward motion. 2 minutes gone in round number 2. Nick Mangold, it started out tactical. They've really kind of ramped things up here, especially at the end of round number 1, and there's a high kick. You like what you see?
Yeah, so it looked like they were measuring each other up, I think, those first 2 minutes of the first round. Really trying to figure each other out, and I think they found it. And so now you're seeing the fruits of those labors. They're really starting to get after it and landing some great strikes. Those kicks are paying the toll, so it's been a blast to watch.
Boston Salmon doing a great job of diffusing that forward pressure from Lee with that check right hook as he pivots off of it. Very high level move there. He does not want to stay in front of Lee when he's throwing combinations because they'll start putting together 5-6 strikes in a row.
Salmon's starting to pump the jab out there a little bit more here. Vitor, the jab from Boston Salmon a little bit more active here in round number 2. What is he trying to set up?
Yeah, he's trying to set up his cross, but they're not moving their head. And especially Gyeom Lee has these taekwondo kicks, and Salmon has more solid kicks. He has to use his power. As you see, he connect a punch, he doesn't follow through it. So he has to use his combination wisely. He's being a good boxer and just follow with the hooks. And as you see, a straight cross, and so he put the hooks in the wrong time. He got to be more consistent with his head movement and looking for the boxing, the dirty boxing.
Kenny, Do Gyeom Lee landed a body kick, and then it felt like Boston Salmon maybe dropped that left hand. Is Do Gyeom Lee starting to score points with those body kicks?
He is a little bit. You know, I agree. I think he's starting to land, and I think he's much more successful when he's throwing his kicks and when he's mixing it up. And he's able to back Salmon up as well, which is making things even easier for him. But here, Salmon in on this front headlock. Let's see if he can turn it into anything. Nice little knee off that front head, and another one to the chin of Lee.
Boston Salmon kicks to the body that time. Some blood coming from the mouth of Do Gyeom Lee.
And we might see Do Gyeom Lee a little bit slower here. It seems like we're seeing a little bit of fatigue set in.
Nice counter punch there from Boston Salmon.
3 jabs in a row there for Salmon. That seems like it just wakes up Do Gyeom Lee, and he just presses forward every time.
I enjoy fighters like that very much. There's a nice knee from Do Gyeom Lee. And they swing away to the bell in round number 2.
Wow.
We will see a third. Do Gyeom Lee spits out a gob of blood to punctuate that round.
He's pointing to the inside of his mouth that there's an issue. I don't know if it's his tongue or a tooth or a jaw, but
maybe just asking for some water. Ooh. It might be a broken jaw.
Fix the teeth. He has a injury. Yeah, implant has a something. Yeah.
The quarterman telling that there might be an injury in the mouth. It looks like maybe those 2 front teeth on the bottom, Kenny, uneven, which is sometimes an indication of a more serious problem. They'll call the doctor in.
Let's fucking go!
Boston Salmon is ready to go for round number 3.
They're bringing the doctor in, but
maybe a bit of an issue here with some translation.
Let's go, coach.
Boston Salmon's corner is celebrating right now. I think that Larry Folsom may have waved it off.
Yeah, well,
corner stoppage potentially for Do Gyeom Lee.
yeah, Sean, I think that's what it was. I believe one of the cornermen, either via translation or he himself, said that he was not going to be able to continue due to that injury.
More powerful is what Kenny Florian promised from Boston Salmon. And here's the replays, Kenny.
Oh, I mean, beautiful left hand there. His 1-2 is a thing of beauty. There he is, ripping the body. He loves those body shots. You see a very concerned corner there for Do Gyeom Lee. And Sean is in the cage now with the official decision. Sean.
All right, our winner in the second featherweight bout of the evening, due to corner stoppage, 5 minutes in round number 2, Boston Boom Boom Salmon. All right, Boston Salmon, it's been almost 2 years since you tasted victory inside of a cage. You get the stoppage. His corner said he couldn't continue. Do you know which strike landed that caused the damage?
It was a straight left down the pipe. When I landed that shot, I could see it. I could see his mouth. I don't know what happened with it, but I could see the blood gushing out. I knew something was wrong. I don't blame him for not coming out.
Well, victorious because the corner stopped it. Julie, let's see what our celebrity panel thinks about Boston Salmon's performance.
Well, Sean, Boston told us that you never have to question the fighter in me. We saw that on display tonight. Randy, what did you like about his performance?
Well, I think from that southpaw stance, he set up that straight left, and that paid him dividends. He followed that up in the second round, especially with that right hand, that right hook. As Lee stepped in, he did a great job with those combinations, and that paid the price.
Nick, what did you think of Boston out here in the cage tonight?
Yeah, coming back in after 2 years off, showed the poise and showed that power. Like, I think the power just overwhelmed. Obviously did the damage it needed to do and got him the win.
Vitor, both of these fighters put on a great performance tonight, but what was Boston's X factor?
Salmon, you're a left hand, you gotta trust your left cross. Just continue to move your head, use your boxing, and make sure to move forward. You're gonna be doing amazing. I look forward to see you in the future. Great job.